Alright, what's up guys? This is Wyld Noir. I just got my new PC not too long ago. It's a beast. It cost me a good $5 just for the PC itself, and then even more for the monitor, the keyboard, the mouse, the mic, all of it. And this was all of my college money, but I think it's going to be worth it. And if you've seen any of my earlier videos, you can already probably tell that the quality is amazingly better. And what I wanted to do for my first game here was to play Kenshi, which is a game that's on Steam. It's early access, got greenlit, it's in alpha right now, but we're going to be playing the quote-unquote stable build, which still has its issues now and then. What alpha doesn't? But if you guys want to see some footage of the experimental build after I do a couple episodes of this, let me know, and I'll try and do that. I hear there's a lot of crashes though on the experimental build, as you'd expect, but it's also right up to date with whatever the devs are doing. This is done by a studio called Lo-Fi Games. As far as I know, this is their only game out so far, but if this is their first game, then it is definitely a promising start. This game sent me back about $20, which I actually got with a Steam gift card that Origin PC, who set up my PC, gave to me for free. There's a good $100 Steam gift card. Still got a couple bucks on there. So if you guys want to see any other games that are on Steam and you'd like me to check out, then just leave a comment down below and I'll go ahead and give those a look. Alright, I do have a game on here already. I decided to go in and check it out a bit, and then that turned into playing a lot for a good week or so. I got decently far, I think, but it's kind of hard to tell what the benchmark is for how far. I got to, I think it was level 5 tech, which if you know anything about Kenshi, then maybe you can let me know how far in that is. But I don't want to look too much into this game. I've seen a couple videos on it, but other than that, I want to try and do this all fresh. So we're going to go into a new game here, and you can start out with different starting scenarios. You can be a wanderer and just, regular RPG start with a bit of cash, freedom seekers, retired captain. You can really pause the video and read these at your leisure if you want. But what we're going to go for is rock bottom right here, which is the hardest. I think it's also the most fun to start out with. It does have a bit of a slow start where you're sort of like grinding up, but you have no skills. Like it says here, you have no clothes, no money, a bad arm, and a stick. And you literally start out in the middle of the desert. So that's what we're going to do. There's also Campbell Hunters, Nobodies, and Back to Wanderer. And I think I covered all of them there. But if you guys want to see me do any of these other ones, then let me know. And after a bit of this, I'll switch over to one of those. You can mess with the chance of death, global damage multiplier, all that. But I'm just going to leave it as normal, and let's get into it. Now, I am recording on 2 different channels of audio, so hopefully I can balance this later if that turns out to be a bit too loud or too quiet. And right away you get to start customizing your character. You are literally the naked dude, and you start out in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, so we're gonna customize a bit. You can change the skin tone, you can change the values, but I don't think you can actually go lower than the set values. Like if I go to 20, yeah, no, that doesn't work. But yeah, there's no like green skin or anything like that, but you do notice here it says human as your race, and while these are blacked out right now, they do have plans to have more races later on in the game. So I'm going to do a bit of customizing, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as... Alrighty, it looks like we got something going here. I didn't really cover it, but there is a huge amount of customization in this. Just, sliders everywhere, so you've seen that, but there's also the head sliders, and then you can change the face style, the hairstyle, beard, all that. I don't really want to mess with them now because I want to go with a bit of a scruffy look, and I'm kind of liking what we got here. And of course, we gotta change the name because we can't just be Naked Dude. We are going to be Wyld Noir. Alrighty. And yes, he looks like a bit of a bum, but I want to do that because we are right now a bit of a bum in the middle of the desert. And as soon as you get to first town and you have a good 100 or so cats, I believe they're called. They're like credits, whatever. They got a different name each time. It seems like the devs didn't really stick down a name when they were putting this out, but yeah, after you got like 100 or so, you can go see a plastic surgeon and change everything, or you can just change one thing if you want to change your name, your hair, whatever. Something you guys will know about me is that I think customization is key to a lot of games, like especially RPGs like this. If you don't have good customization, then it can totally ruin the game for a lot of people, and I'm included. The fact that you can change your character after you've already made them is also a huge thing for me, because like sometimes you make your character, and I don't know if any of you guys ever played Dragon Age Inquisition, but there's a pretty famous one that just came out. You make your character in the beginning, and it's in kind of like this dark area, and then you go out into the world, and after about, I don't know, 4 or 5 cutscenes, or maybe like an hour in, you realize your character looks nothing like what you made them, and you absolutely hate it. But games like this, you can change it, and that's what I love. I am playing this at pretty much max settings. Not totally maxed out. I probably could max it out, but I'm keeping it low just for recording reasons. I don't know what I can and can't handle yet. Considering how much this thing costs and what I put in it, I probably could handle it at max, but for now we're just going to try this, and maybe I'll try an episode or two later at max. After a couple of these, see how the quality is on YouTube, all that. But, we seem to be floating a bit, but I think we're ready, so let's save and get started. So, right away, you can see here's my health, the different stats. You do have health for different body parts, which is pretty cool because you can get damaged in different body parts during combat, and it can really affect you. If you get hit in the head, chest, or stomach too much, then you will go down and you'll be knocked unconscious. If you lose too much blood, same deal. If any of these drop into the negatives, then you have a chance that they will slowly deteriorate, and then eventually you will die. For your arms and your legs, if they deteriorate all the way, you might just lose function of that arm or leg forever, which can really make things bad. Which way are we facing? Now, like I said, I have played this a bit, so I sort of know where things are, but if I open up my map here, Trader's Edge, definitely a good city to start at. It's right up this way, and there's probably a pretty good chance that we'll get attacked along the way, but I'm going to just start moving that way. And yeah, we have absolutely nothing. If I open up my inventory, we got this club. It's got crap stats. It says right there, rusting blade. It's so rusted that you don't even know who made it. But yeah, what else is there? There's basic info here. It seems to get cut off a bit at the bottom here, but that might just be my resolution. I've got a pretty big monitor. I forget what it was. I think a 22 inch, something like that. But I'm usually running at 3800p or something like that, and it's a little bigger than most games are used to. But as far as our stats go, we got our name, encumbrance. The more that you have, then the more you'll be weighed down, and the quicker that you will, or the slower that you'll move, but the quicker that your strength will go up. And you see this right here, this is our strength. We only have 1 because, like I said, you start with 0 stats. You have 1 in the things that you basically can't get any lower than 1 with. and that's it. But since our strength is 1, we can't carry crap, and sometimes it pauses like that. I don't know why. I did figure out that later on, when you have multiple people, which you can have down here, if you get so far away from certain people, then it will pause just to like render them out, I guess. I know the devs are kind of working on the smoothness of all that, but keep in mind this is an alpha game, but for what it is and how early it is, I think it's pretty damn good. What else can we go over here? Our goal, basically just whatever I told them to do. Right now it's move order, move, you know. Skill, this will change depending on what you're doing. So if you're operating heavy machinery, it'll change to like laboring skill, or if you're building armor, then armoring skill, that sort of thing. Our attack skill and our defensive skill, these can be affected by things like wearing certain types of clothes. Like, say you got a heavy chain helmet or something, or a plate helmet, and it's obscuring your vision a little, then your attack skill or your defense skill might go down a little. Which, I think is actually pretty cool, even if it does kind of, oh, you can see some people up here. Where are they? Oh, they're bad guys. Oh, and they're coming after me. Oh, man. Oh, that's not good. I could lose right here. This might just be it. I really hope not. I'm gonna run as fast as I can to town, because there's guards outside of town, and they will try and whoop these guys' ass. Right now, I can't turn around and fight, otherwise I will just go down, and since I don't have a medic or literally anybody else to heal me, I'll probably just die. But, yeah, right now we're just gonna kite these guys over to the town guards and hope they can defend us a little. You can see here our attack skill is -7. Oh no, that was theirs. That was theirs. They're probably wearing helmets and other gear that affects that. So we're literally just gonna run a circle here, and oh, we're getting beat up. Oh no, oh no, this isn't good. Run to town, run. The yellow you see here is already healed. Like if somebody had a medikit, then it would be healed up there. You start with healed arm, but it takes a while to actually get back to full health. The red is current damage, and you can see here I'm bleeding, and because these arrows are pointed this way, it means it's going down. As in, I'm losing blood right now. And we're just gonna real quick steal some gear as fast as we can. And now we're a little more armored. Hopefully if somebody gets in a good hit on us, we'll be okay. Generally, you want to take everything you can right away, because you have no money, and selling stuff is really the only way you're going to make money. So, while the guards are over there fighting, we're just going to try and walk back and forth. And yes, I mean walk, because we're already at heavy encumbrance. Like I said, we only got 1 strength, so yeah. But the way that you train up strength, or any skill really, is to just push it, and push your limits, and break them, and you'll become stronger for it, and that works for any of your skills. Strength, you can, it says right there, ways to train: carrying people or overloading inventory, using a heavier weapon, and then you can see XP rates from being over encumbered right now. I'm gonna talk to the bar dude and try and sell some stuff. And yes, I know I'm glitching through the counter there. Like I said, alpha hitboxes aren't the best, but it works. It works enough. Shot a grade. Now this tin can helmet here, you can see combat skills effect -5. This one only has -3. That's the main reason I really don't want to put this on. In fact, I'm probably just going to sell this helmet too. Actually, it's not too bad. It's medium armor class. I kind of want just to train up my strength skill a little. Everything else we don't need. Weapon 2. You use weapon 2 when you cannot use your weapon 1. Usually because your arm isn't working or something like that. And I had that paused. So like right now, since one of our arms is broken, we can't really use a two-handed weapon. So that's why I have my club in weapon 2. He'll just try and do the best he can with his right arm. But I forget which arm it is your best one. I think it might be your right arm is better for swinging than your left arm. But that does affect you. It's actually really cool how everything affects how your character can perform. Well, characters, because as you'll see later on, you can hire other people on, and like I think one of these dudes I could actually hire on. But yeah, you can hire other people on, you can control them, all that stuff. Right now we really need to just sell stuff, make some money, and we're actually kind of lucky that these bandits came after us, because first time I played through this game, I literally spent about half an hour just waiting in town for anything to happen, any bandits to come out, and eventually I had to say screw it and go out there and pull some into town because they didn't attack. Sometimes bandits will randomly attack, sometimes they'll just say, yeah, that's not worth it, but yeah. So this stuff, this helmet, it offers less coverage and the same stats basically. Small cut resistance bonus. Harpoons we don't really have to worry about. Those are city defenses, so yeah, we'll sell that and we'll get ourselves a basic first aid kit. 2 of them actually. And move out here and you just right click and hold and first aid. So yeah, I'm going to go loot all these bodies as much as I can, sell them off, and I'll be right back. Another thing we're pretty lucky for is these guys, they're dust bandits. You can see there, that's their faction. And dust bandits are a little bit better than hungry bandits, which are like the lowest tier bandits out there. Hungry bandits, starving bandits, something like that is their name. It kind of switches between what you're looking at. If I go to map here and then faction, yeah, starving bandits, but usually the starving bandits themselves have the name hungry bandits, so I don't know. Call them whichever, but yeah, they usually have nothing but like crappy little rags and all broken gear. Kind of what we're working with right now, but yeah, we're actually pretty lucky that it was dust bandits because they have these let's see here, these heart protectors, and you can see down near the bottom their value is 3,339, but we're only going to get 667 out of it, but that's still pretty good actually, especially for starting off. Even later on in the game you'll find that these heart protectors are actually a pretty staple part of well, your economy, I guess. These weapons and stuff, they don't sell for that much, and shops do have a limited inventory. Right now they seem to just have this space, which is the shop counter, but they also have storage in here, and I think that means that they are going to eventually use that storage. They may not, who knows. But yeah, gonna get back to selling everything, and I'll talk to you guys after. And it seems that we found a Dust Bandit boss among all these guys, which is pretty cool because they usually have much better gear, including that ring saber that he has there. Personally, I'm a big fan of the sabers because they're good attack, but really good defense. Yeah, you'll see here, -4 attack bonus. That's not for all of them, but generally they do lower your attack a little, but their base stats for attack is actually pretty good, and they're really good for defense. And speaking of which, I just found some mercenary plate, so we're gonna upgrade to that, and I'm gonna go with the lighter half pants. Cloth things like this, they're mostly just for looks, because as you can see, they don't really give you any stats. In fact, I could probably just go without them, but then I'd be running around naked, and that's just a little weird. We got shoddy grade boots too, and these are standard grade. You see that as the second one down there. you will notice stat differences between these two. It seems that the standard grade have almost twice the stats of the shoddy grade, so you always want to be on the lookout for that. And yep, just back to selling stuff. The bar is all full up, so we're gonna have to go and sell stuff over here. And you can move the camera around without being near your person, which is pretty nice sometimes, because it lets you sort of like see ahead and like see if there's bandits around the corner or whatever, or just to be able to explore the map a little so you're not stuck with that one guy. I just fell through the floor. Hopefully yeah, there I am. Alright. I'll get back to you guys after I'm done selling all this stuff, and we're probably going to go up into here where there's a couple of training dummies and just whack away at them until we don't suck as much at fighting things, so we can actually hopefully survive out there. Alright. Alright, now here's something that's a bit rare. We're at this shop here, weapon shop, and this horse chopper blade, it's a stable class, as you can see, same thing as my ringed here. It is a bit better, and it gives you a better defense bonus, same attack bonus minus penalty, whatever you want to call it. The rare part is that you see here down at the bottom it says manufactured by Old Eye Blades. Usually these guys have like the best weapons out there, and they're a little more expensive for it, but it's usually worth it. But actually the stats on this one, Metal Purity, which it even says in the description is a knockoff of the Eye Blades, it's actually a bit cheaper, weighs a bit less, and has better stats. The blunt damage is up by 0.02 points. Not really a huge deal, but the weight itself is lower by 2 kilograms, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up pretty quickly. And looking at these other ones, you know, pretty much the same. It really seems like this is probably my best bet. It is 1,000, but I think we can afford that, especially if we sell this. Yeah, it's basically an even swap for this. So, gonna sell that, gonna buy that, and whoa. Oh, I was looking at that the wrong way. Yeah, the value is how much you'll buy it from a shop. The trade value is how much you'll sell it to them, and I wasn't really looking at that, so I just lost most of my money there. But not much I can do about it now. Well, while we're here, you'll see katanas and wakizashi. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I never do, but they're a katana class, both of them. They fit within your weapon too pretty easily, and they do decent damage. They have no defense. In fact, they have defense penalties usually, but they do beast damage. And if you want a guy that's just quick with that thing, it's definitely worth getting. Or if you have, if you have the money for it, put it in your weapon too, so even if your arm gets hurt, you can still do damage and hopefully finish the fight before you're taken out. Toppers, they're also katana class, actually. I didn't realize that. See, because I thought they would have been hackers, but I guess not. Yeah, they're just basically bigger versions of the katanas. They usually don't have the defense, or they don't have the attack bonus, but they do have a defense bonus, and they still put out about the same damage as the katanas, but they are two-handed blades. They only fit up here in weapon 1. So you just gotta keep that in mind when you're armoring up your dudes. If I had the money for it, I would definitely get one of these. It's my weapon 2, but right now I don't. I think there's a few other people that I need to loot and sell, unless they all ran off. Let's check real quick. Yeah, they all ran off already. Yeah, that's the bandit boss. They're all gone. So I sold everything. We got some plate armor, some plate boots, some regular pants. We're gonna have to replace those as soon as possible, and plate helmet, which is actually a pretty good start. Our strength is really low. Our attack skill is in the negative. Our defense skill is in the negative. That's just no good. we will get our ass handed to us by like every starving bandit out there. And like I said, they are the lowest of the low. So we're going to go into this building, and again, this is in Trader's Edge, right up here. You start right around here, and this building, this whole city is great for starting because this building right here has inside it some storage or some training dummies. Let me speed up things a little. Yeah, we got a couple of training dummies here. You just right click on those and we'll get to hacking away at those. And at first, yeah, the training bar goes up pretty quick, but the highest you can get your skill on these things is to level 5 attack, I believe, and really you only want to go to level 4 because the climb from 4 to 5 it's ridiculous. You move so slow. I literally had a guy sitting here training, and I went off to watch a 2-hour movie, came back, he was still training, and he was only up to like here. And yeah, it's just really ridiculous. You might as well not even bother. But yeah, once you hit level 4 on this thing, then you can go out and join a couple of fights with patrolling guards and maybe get the last couple of hits, or chase down guys like this and get a few hits in. He'd easily outrun me though, because I'm weighed down with plate, and he's limping a little, but he'd easily outrun me. So yeah, right now all I'm gonna do is just train up my sword skill, and then since I only got 900 money to my name, I might check around the bar. Sometimes there's guys. Yeah, this won't be one because you can see he has a blade in his hand that's actually going through his leg. That looks a bit painful right there. That or it's a really cool like prosthetic that has like a hidden blade in it, but yeah, there should be guys inside there. You can usually hire them for around 2,500 if they've got skills like engineers, medics, and hired blades are the only ones that I think are in right now. But there are also people who start off kind of like us, and they have no skills whatsoever, and they only cost 700 credits. So we'll try and find one of those guys, but I doubt there will be any. And in the meantime, we're just going to train up here. Probably run circles around the town to try and get our strength and athletic skill up, so that we don't, just limp around all over. And actually, I do have the money for a bed, so we might sleep then. I don't know. I'll come back when I have an update for you guys. Alright guys, we're about halfway through level 3, I believe. Yeah, level 3 melee attack. It won't train up your defense, but that's the nice thing about starting off with a saber. You got +3 to your defensive skill because of the saber alone. Actually, it's giving me +6. Something here is... my helmet's giving me -3. And that's it. So I'm probably going to take this thing off, honestly, and probably sell it somewhere. But it does offer some pretty good head coverage, and considering how untough we are and how we don't have a medic or anything, coverage is kind of nice because we will lose a lot of health in a fight. But as you saw there, we also got 3 toughness just from that one fight, and getting hit like what, twice? We already got 3 toughness. It goes up pretty quick. You just gotta get your butt kicked a lot, and yeah. Looks like some of the things are overlapping here. Hopefully they'll clean that up. But they're talking about different ways that you can train it up. Fighting while critically wounded. Certain often foolish dialogue choices. Right now there's not really dialogue choices. It's in there, I hear, but not implemented. That might be in the experimental build right now. I don't know. What is this person doing? Hold on. Adventurers Guild. Okay, these guys just randomly wander the world, and they're usually pretty hurt, like this one is. Looks like her arm got messed up real bad. And usually when your arm is broken, you try and hold it with your other arm, but sometimes it glitches out like this, and it kind of just... Yeah. You okay there? No? Unfortunately, she's all healed up already. Well, sort of. She already treated her wounds, so I can't help her out. But what you can do to get better with different factions is, say we beat up a bunch of starving bandits, or we came across them and we had a medkit, we could heal them up, and we'll actually gain points for, I believe, each bar that we heal of them. And we can actually get friendly with them even by doing that, and yeah, they won't attack us after that. But it's a little hard to gain faction status because most of the factions like these, the United Cities, they have really good armor and weapons, and right now all the bandits out there really don't. So these guys don't hardly ever go down, and when they do, they heal each other back up before you can do anything anyway. So it's really like you can't heal them up, and there's not really another way that I know of to get faction reputation as of right now. But let's put this back on 4-speed. You can really see our attack skill is up to 33, and our defense skill is 22, and if I take off this helmet, it's hardly changed, actually. Oh, I'm not looking at myself, that's why. I was gonna say, that's a huge change, wow. Here we go. Yeah, our attack skill goes to 0 at that point because we only have 3. And, actually, yeah, we only have 3 and there's a -4. And that's actually a little weird. Shouldn't it be -1? I don't know, whatever, I'm not going to argue with it. Defense skill, that makes sense. We only have 1 defense skill in our stats right here. And then +6 from our horse shopper, so it's up to 7. That one at least makes sense. And early on, defense is kind of important because you're going to be doing a lot of defending. And you can set different combat orders, but ranged is obviously turned off right now as there's no ranged weapons in. But I'm going to turn on taunt, so enemies will always attack me and try and ignore my allies or random guards to attack me instead. And since I'm going pretty defensive heavy, I'm not going to do blocks only. I do want to get some swings in, but if you do blocks only, as it says there, you'll gain a 20 bonus to your melee defense skill. So let's turn on real quick. 27 melee defense. It's pretty significant, but you won't do any attacks. So right now, since I don't have anybody else, it's kind of useless. Plus, I don't think I'm ever going to turn it on, really, unless I find like somebody I want to do as a super heavy tank, because I want to do damage. I don't want to just stand back and block the whole time, otherwise we're going to be there forever, and they're just slowly going to chip away at me. But, yeah, plus I wouldn't get any good attack skill then, so we're probably not going to use that at all. Non-combat, you can guess what that does. Chase, if an enemy starts running away, then you'll run after them if that's turned on, and hopefully you'll catch up to them and beat them down, and that'll actually give you extra XP, I believe. So yeah, we're just whacking away, and actually, yeah, we're at 4 melee attack. And while this starts off going a bit quick, it gets to about here and slows down to nothing, and then up here it takes forever, and it just keeps going slower and slower as you go up. So what we're gonna have our guy do right now is just right click and then shift right click, shift right click, shift right click, all around the town in 3 corners, having him walk around. We do have him on run right now, but he is heavily encumbered because he has 1 strength. But doing this will hopefully raise his strength over time, and it's a pretty good way to pass the time while we wait for bandits to attack, or at least pass by close enough that we can take them. And I guess I'll get back to you guys as soon as there's some action or something. We're not going to rest up in bed because sure, our arm is hurt a little, and that will affect our combat. But it's enough that we can hold a blade, and that's really all that matters right now, because we're going to get our butt kicked either way, so yeah. Oh, I forgot, we wanted to check the bar. This guy is a hired sword, so he is going to be 2,500. Here's the plastic surgeon. It seems there's nobody else in the bar. That's just a shop guard, and that's the barman. Yeah, there's the plastic surgeon. Halfway inside, actually entirely inside a wall. So I'm kind of just standing here talking to a wall, apparently. But there's a bit of flavor text here. Here's a greasy, alcoholic-looking fellow, spitting a scalpel in each hand as he talks to you. What'll it be, my man? Haircut, facelift, 200 cats. Cats is the money for this area, if I didn't cover that already. But it does change a bit. I believe they're called Catan credits or something like that, so the name changes depending on who you talk to. But, yeah, I'll have a facelift, and he said it was 200, which is fine. If we do find a person, we had 900, and they'll be 700, so we'll be able to afford them. But, this isn't the best angle, but let's change our guy up a bit. Alrighty, guys, I think I got something that I sort of like here. I changed the hair. It's still a bit messy, and it does look a bit bald back there, but that's whatever. From back here, you don't even see it. But, main reason I chose this one is because, well, for one, they don't have anything too close to what Noir has, and it is actually kind of close to how my hair looks. I don't really do anything with it. I kind of just wake up and brush it back, and it sort of has that sort of brush back, feathery kind of look to it. I don't have these bald spots quite yet, but if genetics has its way, then I probably will one day. But I got a pretty big widow's peak, which it kind of shows here, and I'm not sure if I want to go with clean shaven or a scruffy little beard. I kind of want to go with a scruffy little beard just because, well, we are going to be wandering through the desert a lot, and you don't really have time to clean yourself up. But, I don't know, it sort of makes him look a bit too young or something. It's a little weird. And, I don't know. You know what, I like that one. I think I'm going to go with that one. Should I mess with the hairstyle a little? Let me show you all the hairstyles. We got a bit of a mullet going on here. You're going to see a bunch of different hairstyles as I get more people on. I don't even know what to call that. It's like backwards Cthulhu, Davy Jones sort of face. You can even sort of see like the eyes there. And, oh man. We just got some normal kind of looking hair. It kind of reminds me of Fallout, actually. See all those bandits walking around with those. Some short Caesar style hair, I guess. Faux hawk, as commonly called. A bit of a shave. The most anime hair that you will ever see. Yeah, we could take this and turn it totally white. But we're not gonna do that. They've got a couple of ponytails, and this one looks a bit weird. You know what? It might be my head, which is why that was shown through. I might have to mess with that a little. But, yeah, they do got a couple of, like, ponytails, or whatever you'd call this, but, it is a samurai sort of desert feel, and the hairstyle kind of fits. But, it doesn't fit Noir, so we're not gonna go with that. And then we got some very strange hair here. It's almost like dreads in the front, where it's pulled back in rows, or cornrows, but like that just goes all over. I don't really like that. Definitely some dreads. If we were ever to go bandit, I might just go straight out dreads like that. Get some like Mad Max vibe going on. Got a big old knot back there. Some scruffy hair. Longer hair. This is like just probably the most normal hair I've seen. Yeah. Some long hippie-ish hair if we wanted. Bit of a comb over. Kind of looks a bit girlish, but I don't know. Some people might rock it. I don't even know what to call that, but that is way too pompous for us. A bit of a Caesar cut again. Then some messy hair. And back to this. I'm going to try and mess with the head a little and see if we can't, like, get it to not clip through that hair anymore. But after that, I'm just going to do a bunch more laps, so I guess I'll catch you guys after. Hey guys, no sooner than I walked out of the bar and started walking around town did I notice just down there a couple of dots, zoomed in on them, and we can't get any closer in this. There is a certain range around your character, but we're moving towards them, and they are hungry bandits of the Starving Bandits faction. So that's what I meant about the names. It's a little weird, but they seem to be moving towards town, so if we can aggro them, then we can pull them into the guards, hopefully while outrunning them. Maybe not in this armor. Where'd they go? There they are. Yeah, maybe we can pull them into the guards, have a bit of a scrap, and get a bit of a attack up on them. Oh, there's already a fight going on up here. Oh, never mind. Let's go back. Let's go back. Oh, did I miss it? No, they're still fighting. Let me slow the things down a little. Who's fighting? Yeah, it's Hungry Bandits. And I missed everything already. Oh, there's a bit more fighting going on. But, yeah, they'll probably all be gone by the time I'm back up here. Damn. Oh, looks like these guys were coming to reinforce. Oh, and they beat me up. Oh, no. I didn't even notice. Oh, I was looking elsewhere. Oh, man, we could be in trouble now. Our stomach is a little wounded, but, it's not going down, which is good. So, hopefully, after this timer runs up, we'll be, okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just, watch this in the meantime. Oh, man. These guys are getting wrecked. The green numbers are always, always good. That means your guys or guards are doing damage to hostile people. When you see gray numbers, it's them doing damage to NPCs, and when you see red numbers, it's them doing damage to your guys. So, the more red numbers, the bad, but, green's good. Lots of green's good. And they totally just whooped them. But, nobody's gonna be coming for us. We gotta survive on our own right now. And, we're wounded, but we're getting up. Alright. We're not out of it yet. I remember my first playthrough. The very first fight, I went down, and there was no getting back up. I was dying, and eventually just bled to death in the middle of the desert. It wasn't fun, but we've come a long way since then in my main game. Maybe I'll have to show it sometime, but for now, we're just gonna heal up and I guess loot all those guys. Since nobody else is gonna do it, you know, might as well. And we'll sell all their gear and maybe even get a backpack so we can carry more, which will actually help with our strength because we'll be super encumbered, which makes your strength go up faster. We're already at 2. We only have 13% bonus right now. All we're carrying is our helmet and the rest of our gear, a couple med kits. But yeah, after that little healing session, up to Field Medic 3 already. And we already have 5 athletics just from walking around town. And 10 toughness! Wow! Wow! We've only been in 2 fights and we're already up to 10. Look at our toughness. Oh, it's always glitching out like that. I think if I go around like this, no, it's still glitching out. But yeah, it tells us knockout time 3.7 times. I guess that's lower. I think we started out at 4. Damage resistance 5%, so you'll even take less damage. And wounded deterioration speed, I believe wounded is the yellow. And toughness knockout point, it's at minus 19, so when any of our health reaches minus 19, that's when we'll get knocked out. Well, other than our limbs. Our stomach, chest, head, if they reach minus 19, then we're out of it. If our legs or arms do, we can just keep going. We can keep going with all of these in the minus. We won't do any damage, and we'll probably be bleeding out a lot, but I guess technically you wouldn't be knocked out. But that never happens. They always go for the chest or head. Especially the stomach, too, if it's uncovered like we got. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm taking their staff, I guess. So, yeah, it's just gonna be walking back and forth, selling stuff, and I'll catch you guys after that. Probably do a bit more running around town. This guy's getting up. Oh, and all these guards are here. Oh, right back down. Well, he tried. Points for that, I guess. And yeah, now he's dying. Right here is a good example. When you see these exclamation points and it's going down, that means you're dying. If you don't get healed, you will die. There's no way around it other than that. You can't just wait it out and hope for the best. It's a sure thing at that point. So that's why it's really important to get somebody else, preferably a medic, on the team, so they can heal you up. Medics start with like a good 50 or so points in field medic. Yeah, that's what it's called. They also start with science skill usually, and a bit of athletics, but they usually have no combat skill whatsoever. So you really gotta kind of just like have them run around in circles away from the fight while you do all the work. But yeah. Where's everybody going? Oh, they just keep on getting up. Ah, just stay down. Stay down. That is a thing you can do, actually. Well, you don't really get the choice, but your guy will decide, or girl will decide, if they want to get up when there's enemies nearby, or if they want to lay there and play dead. And if they play dead, they won't pull aggro no matter how close the enemy gets, but yeah, if you do get up and you do attack, then you get a huge bonus in toughness. But you could very easily die, because if you're already hurt and you're getting back up and you're taunting everybody and they come back for you, yeah, they're not gonna let you just walk away with that. But everybody's running around, not sure where to go. These guys are just getting wrecked. I kind of feel bad for them, but they're also a bit of dicks, because they will attack you even if you're just minding your own business, or if you got a nice little home. They'll just come running up and they'll just try and take whatever you have, and since they're so crap, they usually get beat down. So I guess something could be said for their tenacity, but not much else. Alrighty guys, I'll catch you after this. Yeah, we're just gonna sell everything. Alright. Hey guys, I just realized that I'm actually I'm running pretty close to almost an hour's worth of footage, and this is my first episode, so I don't know how much of that I'm going to cut out, if any of it. And so to play a bit on the safe side, this might be a short episode, it might be a really long one. I'll try and keep them 15 minutes to a half hour usually. If I go over, it's no big deal. If you guys want longer or shorter episodes, or maybe just episodes more frequently, then I'll try and do that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But yeah, I'm just gonna go back and forth, sell this stuff, and save and hop off. But oh, doing the wrong thing there. And you gotta auto arrange every now and then, because they do have that limited space. But anyway, going a bit over. I'll have to end it here, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. If you want to see more, let me know. I might record a few more episodes anyway, because I know this probably wasn't the best first look. It was a bit slow, but I hope you guys are excited for it. There's a lot you can do. You can research different tech. You can build up entire cities, just like this city. You can literally build all these houses, these walls, everything just like this, and so much more. You can have a full economy. These benches, you can put stuff in them and it sells it automatically when people come by, and it's just crazy. You can do so much in this game, and I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys were enjoying this too, and you want to see more. You know the deal. Like, favorite, subscribe. It really helps me out, especially since I'm just starting out here. And share the videos with your friends if you think they're cool or whatever. I'll catch you next time. Alright, later guys.